There's Synth Drones, haha, with Synth Talk number 5. Hi, I'm Pure Ambient Drone, aka James Drone. This is my channel where I vlog about synthesizers, so hit that subscribe button, tap that bell to keep up with all of my synth adventures. JamesDrone.com is the place to be to connect with me. So, Synth Talk, what is that all about, James Drone? What is that all about? Well, Synth Talk is where I jump around on different subjects. Usually in my synth vlog, I talk about one product or one piece of news or one piece of synthesizer subject. But with Synth Talk, I just babble, okay? And it's just a way for me to release what I've been doing for maybe the past week or so. So who knows? So this week I did do the D-05 demo. From Roland. It's a boutique, and I want everybody to know that this is a 16-voice boutique, okay? 16 voices. And one of the comments I got was really strange about how the synth companies are coming out with miniaturized keys and little keyboards. Well, this is the K25, for those of you who don't know that. But you can hook up a full size MIDI. Let me get it over here a little bit. Full-size MIDI keyboard to that if you want to, and have it as big as you like. But the boutique itself is very small, which is okay because you can see I'm running out of room. Behind the camera, I've got the Moog 1, the Juno 106, and the 6-track circuits. And guess what? The Pro 3 is gone already. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, the Pro 3 is gone. I decided to help a friend out, and he's got a YouTube channel, so you're going to see that pop up pretty soon with some demos from him. But anyway, so yeah, the D-05 is very unique sounding. It's got a unique sound to it, and it's got a flavor. I like to describe synth characters as flavors, kind of like a dirty, kind of gritty sound to me that kind of fits nice in a mix if you just need something to sprinkle on top like salt and pepper. And I know I say that a lot, but yeah, the D-05 is so unique. It's got some really cool sounds in it that I really can't really find in the Phantom 2019 that I have over here. I'm sure they're in there though. I don't see how they couldn't be, because there's like over 3,000 to 4,000 sounds inside of that box. Yeah, and there's a search function, and I'll search for D50 stuff, and every now and then I'll find something in there. But it's nice having everything in the box because this has all the sound cards built inside of it from the original D50. And I had a rack mount D550, and it was it sounds just like this. I mean, or should I say that the D-05 nails it. Digital synthesizers are easier, in my opinion, to replicate than analog synthesizers. Not that I know anything about building synthesizers, because I don't, but I can only assume. I think that analog synthesizers, because of their very nature of using electricity and the flow of electricity in an analog manner, actually create something that's organic inside the machine, that's ever changing, ever shifting, and isn't controlled by a whole bunch of ones and zeros and ones. So that brings me to Behringer UB-Xa. Mixed reviews on that one in the comment section, private messaging, and phone calls. Some people think it's kind of cold sounding. Some people think that it sounds nothing like an OBXA. But, you know, here's the thing. What does an OBXA sound like? I've never owned one. Yeah, I can go on YouTube and look one up and listen to it, but that doesn't tell me a whole lot, because what did the YouTuber that made the video use? Did he use a nice, warm, creamy preamp, a nice mixer? Did he EQ? Did he use any kind of compression or limiting? I mean, they don't always tell you the answers to this, and sometimes people don't always tell the truth. You know, I mean, we don't know. I mean, they could be running it through a nice, warm, creamy preamp and EQing the bejeebies out of it and never tell us, or maybe kind of, you know, pull the wool over our eyes. We don't know. We don't know what an OBXA sounds like unless we own an OBXA or we have access to one in comparison to the UB-Xa. And then there's people that says, well, you can listen to Jump and you can hear that that's not sounding like the UB-Xa. Well, I read that Eddie Van Halen ran the OBXA he used in that through a Fender tube amp. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read somewhere. And if that's the case, that's going to alter the sound completely. So let's go to the cloning thing. So if you were to clone a human being, if a person was to be cloned, Would that clone have the same soul as the person they were cloned from? That makes my head spin. I don't even want to try to answer that one. But I think if we go back 20, 30 years and we try to clone something, a synthesizer, I don't think a synth company of any caliber, okay, of any type, could ever capture the soul of a synthesizer that's long been put to rest, production-wise. I just don't think it's possible. But does that make it bad? Does that make it horrible? Does that make it useless? I don't think so. You can go to the store and you can see all kinds of chocolate products, okay? You got chocolate drinks, you got chocolate candy bars, you got chocolate cakes, all kinds of different flavors of chocolate inside of those chocolate cakes. You got dark chocolate, you got light chocolate, you got milk chocolate, you got 100% chocolate, the little powder stuff you can buy and bake with, cocoa. All of those chocolates have something that somebody wants and can use them for. And so what I think Behringer is doing is that I think they're bringing us some flavors of these synthesizers. And for lack of a better word, they're calling them clones because they're trying to get as close as possible. Do they capture the soul of these old vintage synthesizers? I don't think they do. That doesn't make them bad, and this is not Behringer bashing. This is just me giving my opinion, which means nothing, guys. This is just to get you thinking. I want you to be free thinkers here. I don't want you to be told that this is an absolute, okay? This is just my thinking. So I had the DeepMind 12 in here, and it's no longer here, and I really wanted to get the Juno out of it. And yes, you can get patches that sound Juno-like, and for the most part, they are close enough. But me being me, I want the real deal because I'm a spoiled little brat. I've done that to myself with the synth gear. And so I got my Juno 106 back, and I absolutely love the Juno 106. Now, to be fair to Behringer, they never really came out that I know of and actually said that the DeepMind 12 was a Behringer clone. Some people think it is, and it's really close to it. But it's no cigar. And I really noticed a difference in the bottom end, okay? The low end growl, the deepness of the 106. That doesn't mean that you can't achieve great bass on a DeepMind 12, but a DeepMind 12 is a fantastic bargain for a 12-voice analog synthesizer. You really can't go wrong. I think secondhand they're going for around $600 for a 12-voice. That's an incredible price for a DCO analog synth with 12 voices. So Behringer's bringing us something that we wouldn't have otherwise, but they're doing far more than that. They're driving prices down. Now, somebody once told me they owned a pizza store, and they heard that a restaurant, some other kind of, a food company was moving in across the street from them. And they were so relieved to find out that it was a sandwich company and not a pizza company. And this is what I said to them. Because I was a store owner too. I owned a computer store. I said, it doesn't matter if they're selling sandwiches or if they're selling tacos and Mexican food or Italian food, or if they're selling pizzas. Pizzas would be worse, okay? But any kind of food gives the consumer choice. So just because they're not selling pizzas over there doesn't mean they're not taking your share of the revenue. Because when people are hungry, they will make a choice as to what they will consume. When you're hungry for a synthesizer, you now have a choice to pick a lower priced Behringer synthesizer versus a higher priced synthesizer that's similar. You see how that works? And other synth companies know this. So what do they need to do? They need to come out with products that will compete with Behringer or build better products that you will want to choose theirs instead of Behringer's. You get what I'm saying? Behringer is doing us a favor. Whether you like them, hate them, love them, or just don't care, they are doing us a favor by being in the market. This is what capitalism is all about. It's about giving people a choice. It's about competitors being able to come in and giving big companies a run for their money so that the consumer has a choice and has a price range to pick from. So that's what we see in the car industry, right? You can buy a smaller, compact, cheaper car, or you can have a limo and somebody drive it around for you. It's your choice. It's whatever you can afford and whatever you want to afford that dictates what you're going to have. So now we have plenty of synthesizers. But what belittles me, and I'm not trying to defend Behringer here, believe me, I'm not trying to, I'm just talking. It shocks me that around 2014, 2015, I seen all of these comments about Roland, okay? Roland is going digital. Roland isn't doing analog anymore. Roland is sold out on us. Bring back these old synthesizers. Somebody do it. And you know what? Now that we have somebody attempting to bring back all of these older synthesizers, all we hear is bash, 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 bash. Attack, 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 attack. You just can't win in this world, it seems like. I mean, everybody's got to cry about something. Negativity destroys the soul, my friends. Negativity will eat you up inside. Behringer is not going to stop making synthesizers because a few people have a loud voice. Because at the end of the day, they know what the bankroll shows them. And it is profit. And it's good for everybody when a company does good because it spreads the wealth around. That's how you do that. You get people employed, you get people working, you get people consuming. This is good for everybody. Why anybody is complaining about Behringer doing the best they can, I don't know. But I give you this. The same people who were complaining about synthesizers like this, they would hate it if somebody complained and critiqued their music or their performance or anything in their life. So we need to stay away from this negativity thing, which is now my next subject of this Synth Talk. Negativity. I have been seeing it all over the internet. I've actually seen channels devoted to bashing synthesizers. How stupid is that? Oops, I just said something negative. Stupidity. Stupidity comes in many forms, but I think the biggest form stupidity comes in is in the form of ignorance. People that just don't know what they're talking about are babbling their gums. Now, in this channel, right here where you see me here, I am a musician. And I make a living off of my music. That's not to brag. This is to tell you something. I'm not here to teach you about synthesizers. I'm here to talk with you about synthesizers. Notice how I didn't use the word talk at you about synthesizers. I'm here to talk with you, to have a conversation, a friendly discussion. I am not right about everything, and I never make the claim that I am. You guys teach me so much in the comment section. I am humbled by your knowledge, and I thank you so much. And that's why I started this YouTube channel, is because machines, as great as they are, well, they can be lonely if that's all you do is hang around these things all day long, believe me. They're great when they sing to you. But when the music stops, you need human intervention. And why is it that people want to attack these inanimate objects in order to make themselves feel better? It's sad because, you know, I've said this a dozen times in videos. I have actually used a soda pop bottle to make percussion sounds with for one of my tracks. I don't understand why people can't make music with any synthesizer they get in their hands. You can make music with anything that makes noise. You can do it. And you know this, and I know this, but some people out there don't know this. And so what do they do? They're angry at themselves. They're angry at the world for not accepting whatever it is that they were rejected for. And they lash out. They're angry. They want to pay somebody back. They want to get revenge. They believe in karma. I don't believe in karma. I don't believe in karma because if we got paid back for everything we ever did, why, there would be none of us left. Because all of us deserve to be paid back for something. We all have done something wrong. But those who attack synth companies, we're just talking about synthesizers. Those who bash synth companies, they're angry about something, but it has nothing to do with the synthesizer. It has nothing to do at all with the synthesizer. It has to do with something inside of them. And it's sad. And I would warn you today to turn those channels off. Stop listening to that rhetoric. People who talk and complain and bash synthesizers, they're not the kind of people you want to be around. That negativity will eat you up inside. It will destroy you. Turn off the negativity. So that's what I wanted to talk about in this Synth Talk for this Sunday. Man, it's been a crazy week. It has been. I am working on something. Dun, dun, dun. And I may reveal it over on my Patreon page. Okay, I always give a little bit of extra stuff over there, and yeah. This is kind of a crazy project, and I've been working on it for a little while. I've been thinking about it for years, okay? But I am doing something, and I'm looking right over here because the Pro 3 is gone. The Pro 3 is gone. It's no longer here, and there's a space right here. There's the Moog 1, there's the Juno 106, and there's the sequential circuits 6-track right there. There's a little spot, and I'm going to reveal that one day here. And I think you're going to like it. Oh, don't you just hate cliffhangers? I'm Pure Ambient Drone, a.k.a. James Drone. Thank you for watching one of my videos again. And keep calm and synth on.